Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Pro back with some more reading fun. Today, we're going to focus on visualizing because we know that as a good reader, we need to stop and visualize, have a picture in our mind of what's happening in the story. So I'm going to share the screen and show you guys a little poster and refreshing our memory with what good readers do and what visualizing is. So here's a poster that shows visualizing as I see what I read, I feel what I read, and it's like a movie in my head. So when you're reading something that maybe doesn't have pictures, such as a poem, a chapter book, you're going to create a vision or an image in your mind of what's happening in this story. And that's what good readers do, because now you're able to relate and understand what's happening by creating your own picture in your mind. Now, many picture books have, of course, the pictures that go with it, but sometimes they don't give all of the details. So visualizing even helps with picture books because it gives you that other image that maybe the book's missing. Today we're going to read a poem, and our poem is called Green Giant. And as we read it, of course, you can see that there's no pictures. I want you to create a picture in your mind. So think really hard about this poem as I read it and think, what is this green giant going to look like? And I will read it a few times. So Green Giant by Jack Prelutsky. There lived a green giant whose name was Sam. His hair was the color of strawberry jam. He had one brown and one blue eye, and a beard the color of pumpkin pie. His coat and pants were oh so bright, like a peppermint stick, all red and white. His socks were as yellow as lemon pop. His shoes were as brown as chocolate drop. His hat was the color of gingerbread, with a tall, tall feather of raspberry red. So the first time we just want to read the poem, and now I'm going to read it again. And again, we want to think even deeper to what are these colors that they're telling us about this green giant that he's wearing. And then the third time I read it, we're going to highlight those words that really stand out that are going to give us that visual picture in our mind of what this giant looks like. And then lastly, we're going to draw our giant. So again, Green Giant by Jack Prelutsky. There lived a green giant whose name was Sam. His hair was the color of strawberry jam. He had one brown and one blue eye, and a beard the color of pumpkin pie. His coat and pants were oh so bright, like a peppermint stick, all red and white. His socks were as yellow as lemon pop. His shoes were as brown as chocolate drop. His hat was the color of gingerbread, with a tall, tall feather of raspberry red. So now we're going to pick out some key words that are in this story that are going to help give us that visualized picture in our mind. Number one that stood out to me is they keep saying there lived a green giant whose name was Sam. His hair. So right now his lets me know that the giant is a boy, because Sam could be a boy or a girl. So his hair was the color of strawberry jam. So that's another one. They're telling us that his hair is the color of strawberry jam. So I'm going to highlight strawberry jam, and that's the color of his hair. So his hair is strawberry jam. Okay. Oops, I did the wrong one. There we go. He had one brown and one blue eye. Oh, so he has a brown eye and a blue eye. So I'm going to highlight those because those are going to give me that picture in my mind too to help me know. So right now I know his hair is strawberry jam and that he has one red eye or one brown eye and one blue eye, and Sam is a boy. And a beard the color of pumpkin pie. So there we go. It tells us that he has a beard and his beard is the color of pumpkin pie, which maybe all of our pumpkin pie color is a little bit different. And that's okay. His coat and his pants were oh so bright, like a peppermint stick, all red and white. So they tell us that his coat and his pants are red and white. And it tells us that they're very bright. Oops. Did it again. Okay, they're like a peppermint stick, all red and white. So we know that his jacket's going to be red and white. His socks were as yellow as lemon pop. So there we go. It tells us that he had socks on and they were yellow. And I'm assuming probably bright yellow because of lemon pop. Not that I know if I've ever had lemon pop. His shoes were as brown as chocolate drop. So we know that he has shoes on, and they're the color of they're brown like chocolate drop. His hat was the color of a gingerbread. So we know he has a hat on. So in my mind, I'm visualizing this giant. He's got this hat on, and it's the color of a gingerbread with a tall, tall feather of raspberry red. So we know it's a feather, and we know it's super tall because it says tall, tall, double tall. So I'm going to highlight those, and we know that it's going to be a raspberry red. Now I have my vision in my mind of what the green giant looks like. Oh, one other one that I forgot is it says he's a green giant. So we know that his skin color is probably green. So that's another big important word, evidence that we need to use to help us get our visualized picture in our mind. So I'm going to read it one more time. Green giant. There lived a green giant whose name was Sam. His hair was the color of strawberry jam. He had one brown and one blue eye, and a beard the color of pumpkin pie. His coat and pants were oh so bright, like a peppermint stick, all red and white. His socks were as yellow as lemon pop. His shoes were as brown as a chocolate drop. His hat was the color of gingerbread with a tall, tall feather of raspberry red. So as good readers, we read our poems several times. We pulled out the evidence as to what's going to help us visualize, what words are going to give us that picture, that movie in our mind. And we highlighted those words as to what they are. And then we all have that picture in our mind, I hope. Right now, I'm going to show you. I then took it to the next step and I drew the image that I have in my mind. Now, one thing, boys and girls, that we know about visualizing is all of our pictures in our mind are not the same. And that is okay. And that's what makes it so fun. So here is my green giant that I drew. And he's nice and tall. He's got a green face, red and white stripes, the yellow socks, his raspberry red feather, and his brown chocolate hat. So this was the visualized picture that I drew of the giant. Boys and girls, we would love for you to draw a picture of the giant that you had in your mind and send it to your teacher to share. All right, boys and girls, have fun. I hope you enjoyed the poem.